I am a sweet girl, so I love gourmand scents. I also love a bit of oriental scents. I love heavier scents because they last a long time and they just make me feel very luxurious and exotic and fun. And it just reminds me of a holiday in a lovely, warm, sunny location. What's up, my lovelies? Welcome to another scented episode of The Style of Success. I'm Kelly, and on this channel, we're all about beautifying our bodies and our minds. Today, we want to talk about how to choose fragrances and the best way to go about it. Now, you might be someone who has always gotten perfumes as presents, so you've never really taken the time to know what exactly you like. Or you might be someone who has liked other scents on other people, bought those perfumes, and you're not so crazy about them anymore. Whatever your reason is, it's good to know how to choose fragrances because you want to use something that helps to uplift your mood and also something that suits your personality and your style. Now, before I got into perfumery and hair care and skincare formulations, I was someone who always got perfumes as gifts. And so I never really developed my own style, but at some point I realized that I needed to kind of like figure out what actually worked for me. So I embarked on this journey on figuring out what perfumes would suit me, suit my personality, suit my style, because I wanted to express myself in every single way and I wanted to be different and unique. And you might be someone who is just like me. There are several factors that make you decide whether you like a fragrance or not. And scents are directly linked to our moods and our emotions. There might be something that a scent might remind you of sometime in the past that you enjoyed. You may be of homemade cooking or your mom, a particular relationship. So let's get into this video and let's see how we can go about choosing fragrances that actually work for us. So the first thing is to ask yourself a few questions. What are you actually looking for in a perfume? Are you looking for fragrances that are long lasting so you spray them once and they last you through the day? Or do you not mind whether you're spritzing and spraying throughout the day? Or you might be someone who likes light fragrances, for example, floral or citrusy fragrances, as opposed to heavier scents, so maybe heavier, exotic type, vanilla based, sensual type of scents. So once you've decided what you're looking for in a scent, it would be important for you to understand the different types of perfumes. So you would see different things of perfumes. You would see pure perfume, you will see eau de parfum, you see eau de cologne, you see eau fraîche. And the different types of perfumes show the concentration levels of each of these scents within that perfume. Now, when it comes to the concentration level of perfumes, you will find out that pure perfume is from 15 to 30% of the perfume concentrate within the perfume. And when you talk about eau de parfum, it is more or less perfume that is right about, 8 to 15% perfume concentrate, closer to the 15% range than the 8%. Then you have eau de toilette, which is normally between the range of 4 to 8% of the perfume concentrates. You then have eau de cologne, which is more or less 3 to 5% of the perfume concentrate. And then you have eau fraîche, which is more or less like a body splash or a mist. And that's normally between 1 to 3% of the perfume concentrates. So now you know the concentration levels, you can decide if you want an eau de parfum or you want an eau de toilette. Normally, you'll find that the eau de toilette is normally like a lighter version of the eau de parfum. But for some perfumes, you might find out that the eau de toilette has a slightly different scent compared to the eau de parfum. So it almost feels like they've taken out a few ingredients from the eau de toilette as opposed to the eau de parfum. The next thing to know is the different fragrance families. There are 4 main categories of fragrance families. However, there are so many variations within the fragrance families, and I think each and every day people are discovering new and different scents and making them into perfumes. So this is not exhaustive. In looking at the 4 main fragrance families, we're talking of the fresh, the floral, the oriental, and the woody. And when you're looking at the fresh scents, you're thinking more about the aquatic scents. You're looking more at green scents. When you want to take a shower, the type of scents you want to spray that time that just remind you of like clean linen, clean spaces. Or you might also be thinking about citrusy scents, which are, you know, like those sweet orange type scents. You can also think more about fruity scents, because fruity scents are also fresh scents. Then you go on to the floral scents, which are more of like the rose scents, or maybe some of the soft florals that are more or less like powdery, soft type scents. Then you go on to oriental scents, which are more of like those sweet, spicy type scents, or those stronger scents, for example, like oud. They would all fall under the oriental scent. And then you go on to the woody scent. So some of them may be like dry woods, like those leathery scents, or they might be those mossy type woody scents that are really nice, or even the musk scents. All of them will fall under woody scents. But the beautiful thing about these fragrance families is that sometimes you get a blend and a mix. So you might have a floral mixed with an oriental. You may have a woody that is mixed with a floral as well. You may have a citrus that is mixed with a woody. So there's no rule of thumb when it comes to these fragrance families. But also there is a fragrance family that doesn't fall under the 4 main fragrance families, and that is gourmand scents. And these are the fragrances that kind of smell like food, or, you know, smell like chocolate, or something that is edible that you can just eat and gobble up. I actually find that I love gourmand scents. For some people, it's too sickly sweet, and so they avoid those type of scents. Now we have a perfume quiz on our website that you can go try and see if you can figure out what your perfume personality is, because if finding out what you like in terms of the fragrance families, sometimes it has a lot to do with your personality and actually what you enjoy. So I used to think that I would love floral scents because I like floral things, floral designs, floral clothes, but I find floral scents quite strong for me, and I find that I go more for sensual, sweet type scents. So knowing what the fragrance families are and also understanding your personality will actually help you decide which of these fragrance families will work for you. The next thing we have to consider are fragrance notes. And when we think about fragrance notes, it's more or less, what is it that makes a fragrance long-lasting opposed to non-long-lasting? It more or less has to look at the combination of the ingredients that actually make up the perfume. Now, every perfume concentrate is made up of top notes, middle notes, and base notes. Now, these top notes are the notes that last for about 15 minutes once you spray them. They're beautiful, but they're very fleeting, so they evaporate very, very quickly. Now, middle notes last a bit longer than top notes. Sometimes they may last from about 30 minutes up until 4 hours, just depending on what middle note is included. And then you have the base notes. And the base notes are the ones that can last from 4 hours and even longer. So imagine that you meet up with your friend and she has a perfume that you really like and you really enjoy. But what you don't understand is she actually sprayed that perfume 4 hours before that time. What you're actually smelling is the dry down phase of that perfume. And you're not realizing that there was a top and middle note that must have been smelling when she first sprayed that perfume. And that could actually be a reason why you smell a perfume, you really like the perfume, you buy it, try it on, and then realize that it's not something that you like. What you will find out is that perfumes that are long-lasting have more of the middle and base notes as the bulk of the composition of those perfumes, and that is what helps those perfumes last a really long time. So for example, the citrusy scents or the fresh scents or the fruity scents, those scents have more of top notes, and those top notes, as lovely and as great as they smell, they don't last that long. They evaporate very quickly. Now, these days, perfumers are geniuses, and they have learned how to create some synthetic scents that smell exactly like the real thing. So you might find a fruity scent that actually lasts a long time, but that is because they're using more of the synthetic scents and the synthetic ingredients. But if you're looking for whether fragrance is going to be long lasting or not, it might be worth looking at the website and looking at the fragrance notes that are included, because normally there is information on the top, the middle, and the base notes. So once you've decided what you're looking for in the perfume, you understand the different types of perfume, so you've made your decision based on how much of the perfume concentrates you want in your perfume. You've understood the fragrance families, you understand fragrance notes. The next thing you have to think about is your preference. How do you want to smell every day? What do you want to portray out into the world? Do you want something that is strong and bold, so it gives you that confidence or just helps to uplift your spirit? Or do you want something that is fresh and clean, that is more earthy, for example, like a greeny, woody type scent? And when it comes to perfumes, one thing you're going to realize is that you might not be able to stick to just one perfume. I've had people asking the question, like, how many perfumes do you need? And the truth of the matter is, it's just going to depend on the way you feel every single day. I tend to use perfumes just based on the way I wake up that morning, how I'm feeling. If I want to feel a bit more energetic and I need more of stimulation or concentration. And then sometimes if I have a meeting or I'm going to be out all day, I'll probably pick out a perfume that will be more long lasting. So I hope I've made it a little bit easier for you to decide how to choose the fragrances that you need and what is going to work for you. Now let me know in the comments down below, how do you choose your fragrances? Have you ever thought about the fragrance families, or do you just smell something, pick and choose, and then you're off and out the door? If you enjoyed this video, do smash that like button. It helps the algorithm share this video with other people who might find this type of content interesting. But in any case, if you're not subscribed to this channel to join this amazing families, I'm going to link more videos that I think that you're going to enjoy. But until next time, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next videos.